Two for you. The first, and I'm guessing you know this, but I didn't realize, I don't know how many people in Broncos country didn't. This was your first career fumble recovery. So how good did that feel to finally get your hands on a ball on the ground? And then secondly, what does Drew Lock, what kind of confidence does he give the team that's different from really any of your other offensive players, but certainly just unique to him?
Yeah, I think, well, first, it was great. I felt really good. Getting the ball is getting the ball. And so, obviously, interceptions are great. So are fumble recoveries and, still working on forced fumbles, getting those up. And then, but Drew's great, man. I think, I don't know what it is. I said it a lot. Think, last year when he had that 5-game stint, and then even this offseason a little bit, Drew just has, I don't know how else to explain it, but he has like that like swag factor, that it factor, where like you could just believe in a guy like him when he's out there. And so he was playing great all day. I thought he made a lot of great throws. I know there's a lot of the times some, guys wish they would have held on to the ball for him there. But I thought he played great. You're going to make some mistakes. Things like that happen. But, we know we can trust him. And so today's game, defense had to go out there, a couple of times and close things out. There may be games in the future where we put our offense in bad position and they got to close things out for us. So that's just how it was a great team win today.
Next one, Ryan O'Halloran.
Hey, Justin, it felt like on defense you had to win the game a couple of times today, but when New England started that last drive, what was the confidence level in the huddle, and did anybody say anything that really resonated?
Yeah, I mean, confidence was at an all-time high. There's no reason not to be confident. All game long, we were doing such a great job stopping the run, challenging in the pass game. Guys were winning their one-on-ones. And so when we were out there, you could tell they ran a couple of trick plays to kind of move the ball. I think it was like 3 series in a row. They ran, or, downs in a series in a row where they ran like trick plays to kind of get some big chunk yards, get them in position. And so we just kept harping like, do what we do. And, attack. You could tell guys were a little fatigued, but we just had to finish the game, man. We knew it was going to come down to that. So I was proud of us. I was really proud of the way that we finished as a defense.
Next one, Nick Kosmider.
Hey, Justin, Michael had the punch out on the ball, and then also had the good coverage down deep on the late pass from Newton. What's impressed you most about how he's bounced back since that early rough day in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I mean, we knew he had it in him. We've been practicing with him. We've seen it in training camp. We've seen it in practice, week in and week out, the type of capability that he has. And so I think that's just how the league goes. One game, there's always an overreaction or, things in that nature. And it's the league. Guys have great weeks, week in and week out. And so it just happened at OJ, when we talk about the Steelers game, they made a couple plays on him, but he's the type of guy that he's going to bounce back. And, we've seen that since then. He's always in tight coverage. And that's a good thing when you're a corner, obviously being in tight coverage, making plays on the football. And we see the type of capability that he has. And so he's only going to keep growing from here. Proud of him, the way he played and battled.
Next one, Mark Kizla.
4th down play of their last drive, double safety blitz, if I saw it correctly. Vic said he had never called that defense before, ever. And he put it in last week. What did you think when he put it in? And you get down to the last minute of the game, he hasn't caught it yet. What was your reaction?
That's very Vic-esque. I remember the Browns game last year at home. Vic called a safety blitz, and I'm sure he's called it before, but he didn't call it the whole game. And we worked on it so much throughout the week. And so, he's the type of guy that just has a great feel for the game in terms of play calling. He just felt it was the right time to call it. We obviously never called it before. And, it's a lot of trust in the players to be able to go out there and execute it. So, Kareem and I were sent on the blitz and, it was just well executed around the board.
Next one. Let's go with Andrew Mason.
2 games in a row, you get 2 game-saving stops. What does this say about how not only this defense is evolving, but the team overall learning how to win?
Yeah, it's huge. Like I said, man, we played the Jets on Thursday night. No turnovers for us defensively. I think they were +3, talking about the Jets and turnover battle, but we found a way to win. So that confidence, that gives a lot of confidence to our offense, to our defense. Like, man, we didn't get the ball. We still found a way to win. Offense, we turned over 3 times, still put up 30-something points, found a way to win the football game. So, I mean, it's all about momentum and riding that wave. And so even though it's been whatever, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since we played, come out here in Foxborough, tough environment, regardless of no fans or not, to win. And coming out here, defense, find a way to get turnovers, and offense just moving the ball down the field. You just ride those types of momentums, man. And I was just really proud of the way that we battled. I felt like we were very physical this game, both sides of the ball, running the football, and then, like I said, winning our one-on-one matchups in the pass game.
Guys, last time for 2 quick ones. Arnie, then Mike.
Hey, Justin, a lot like yourself, Shelby Harris is in a second straight contract year, so to speak. I'm wondering what kind of a buzz does he bring to your unit and to your locker room? I mean, he's a guy that likes to brag a little bit about his basketball skills, and he does have 12 since 2019. He's got 12 pass deflections, which leads the league for linemen.
Yeah, man, Shelby's the guy. I think a lot of this defense is made up of a lot of guys where you never know when your number is going to be called in terms of making a play. But when your number is called, you can always rely on that person to make it. Shelby's one of those guys, man. I think you can never just look at the stat sheet and say, like, oh, he was effective, he was ineffective. Shelby's a guy, like, when he's in there, he's effective. Doesn't matter, if the numbers don't add up, or whatever the case may be. And I don't even know his numbers this game, but I just know, like, when he's in there, I know stuff happens. He makes things happen. And that's the type of guy that you want on your team. A guy like Shelby to lead you, a guy like Mike to lead you. I could go all the way across the board, from D-line to linebackers to the back end. And so Shelby's been a really solid foundation for us in that defense.
Final one, Mike.
Yeah, Justin, besides that last play, it does seem like Vic has dialed up the blitzes more often here in the last 2 games. Do you feel like, he's being more aggressive, and does that – as far as a player, do you like that? The fact that there's more responsibility, more playmaking chances, those type of things.
Yeah. I've come to find that obviously not every, players have their opinions, not every coach is perfect, but Vic, man, I always feel like he has such a good grasp of the game that 9 times out of 10 what he calls, is always feels like it's the right call at the right time. And so I think he found the rhythm of the game. We called a little bit more blitz, and we found it to be effective. Sometimes speeding up the quarterback is a thing in and of itself, where it gets them out of rhythm, gets them out of the rhythm of finding their receivers in the passing game. And like I said, he can call as great of a game as he wants. Guys got to be able to, to make the plays in that defense that he calls. And I thought, across the board, OJ, Bryce, Kareem, myself, the linebackers, I thought we were in great coverage all game today, and they did a great job.
Okay, Justin, thanks for taking the time, guys. We got Michael Ojemudia right